Hello, I'm Dan Ridsdale and welcome to Edison TV. Today I'm joined by James Walker, Executive Chairman of BluGlass. BluGlass are an Australian semiconductor business listed on the ASX and capitalized at around $32 million. James, many thanks for joining us today. Could you just start? I mean, BluGlass has changed a bit over the last 24 months. Can you start by giving us a recap on the company's products and your business model as it stands today?
Yeah, great. And thanks, Dan, for having me on today. So, as you said, BluGlass is an ASX listed company, semiconductor focused. We have particular unique technology in the semiconductor space, and we're using that technology to develop and manufacture laser diodes, particularly to be used in industrial applications, medical research, diagnostics and biotech. We've been developing those products for about 18 months now. And over the last 12 months, we've really reshaped the team to bring in some international recognized experts in the area. Our head of day-to-day operations, Jim Haddon, president of BluGlass, is based in the US on the West Coast. And he joined us in September last year, and we're really building out the team now to make sure we've got the right laser diode experienced people on the team and helping to shape the products, but also the customer conversations and the connections, particularly into the US market.
Perfect. And you've just raised $3.4 million through a private placing. Can you talk through what those funds are going to be used for?
Yeah, no, completely. So as I said, we're manufacturing laser diodes. So we're making products to sell. At the moment, that process is we start the manufacturing process in our facility in Sydney, and then we use contract manufacturers in the US to do the downstream processing. And then we finish off doing the QC and product reliability testing in our facility on the East Coast. This raise is to buy a facility in Silicon Valley, purpose built to make laser diodes, and it's to fund the acquisition of the equipment in that facility.
Great. And so you've announced that you intend to raise up to $7.5 million through an entitlement offer. So for those funds, what are those going to be deployed for?
Yeah, so it's really the combination of the two funds. So the 3.4 million placement we did last week was to buy the equipment. The $7.5 million covers a couple of things, but there is some additional capex that we need to incur to make the facility suitable for the BluGlass GaN laser diodes we're making, but then also the working capital required to transition from our contract manufacturers across to the new facility. And we think that will take, up to about 12 months to get that facility operational and have it all in-house. So the total raise of about 10.5 million plus is to cover both the acquisition and that working capital requirement.
Got you. But you've already got a fab in Australia. Can you talk through the rationale of buying one in California?
Yeah, no, completely. So there's a couple of key drivers here that have made this a great opportunity for us. You're right, we have reactors down in Sydney. We do the first part of the manufacturing process. Most people will probably guess this, but there is no semiconductor manufacturing industry in Australia. We are the only manufacturer in Australia who are making products. So the benefit of having a facility directly in Silicon Valley is the earlier one of helping us to bring the whole process in-house. And that has lots of advantages for us. One, access to talent in the Silicon Valley where this process is well established. So access to talent is important. Having more control of our destiny in terms of we control the manufacturing process reduces our reliance on third parties, but also reduces third-party variability between production runs. In addition to that, having this facility in Silicon Valley will allow us to do more turns. So not just make more products in terms of units produced per year, but also more variations of the product. So different wavelengths, different form factors. So we'll be able to get new products to market quicker through this process, and also at a significant reduction in manufacturing costs because it's all in-house now. So there's some real advantages of this facility. And it also helps BluGlass transition from an R&D early stage product development company through to a manufacturing company. We're inheriting the team that are already in this facility. from day one. So we will have the manufacturing capabilities in-house, which will be critically important as we start to launch products to the market.
Understood. And looking at the business in terms of where you are right now, I mean, the priority for the business is on, delivering those first commercial blue laser diodes to your customers. Given that priority, why is now the right time to buy a fab?
Yeah, no, it's a great question, and you're right. I mean, our strategy was, we would bring these processes in-house over time. As we started delivering products and delivering revenue, we would start to bring these processes in. This has been an opportunistic event for us. So because of Jim Haddon being based in the US, because of his deep history in this industry, he became aware of a manufacturing process that was being closed down. The current company in that facility has built a large one, and they're moving to the larger facility. So he became aware this was closing down, and really, we had to move quickly. I mean, this is a $2.5 million equipment purchase, plus the working capital requirements to it. If we were to build our own facility, that's a US $40 million investment. So we think it's by acting now, because this opportunity has come up, it's a significant advantage in terms of use of shareholders' funds. It brings forward all the things I've talked about before. We can get products out quicker. So it was always in our long-term strategy to bring it in-house, but because this unique opportunity became available, we just had to act now and bring it in quicker.
Yeah, got you. And in terms of your confidence, I guess both in terms of bringing the first products to commercial availability, and then ultimately your potential to fill the Californian fab over time. Can you talk to those points, please?
Yeah, no, completely. So we're focused on three sectors, within this fast-growing laser diode market. So the whole laser diode market is about a $25 billion opportunity. Our particular GaN blue lasers is about a $2.5 billion opportunity in 2025. We are focused on three sectors, being the industrial applications, medical diagnostics, and biotech. That's a $700 million opportunity today. With this fab coming online, our total manufacturing capability increases to about $160 million US a year. So we can make $160 million worth of product through having this fab, and 160 over 780 is a significant impact on that market. So we feel very confident that the sector that we're playing in and the size of the market, that once that fab is up and running and we start getting customers buying our products, that we'll be able to fill that pretty quickly. And the real question that comes out of that is, well, who are you competing against? And we're competing against Osram and Nucea, two massive companies in this space. And why do we think we're going to be successful in that is we are, as I said, we'll be able to develop different wavelengths, different variations of those products, get them to market quicker. And as we will deliver them in different form flows, and so in different packaging. The large guys aren't offering that variability in packaging and wavelengths. So our customer interactions so far have all been very positive, because we'll be nimble and offer them the solutions they're actually looking for. So the capacity issue, I think, we'll be able to actually work through pretty quickly.
Perfect. Lots of things to look ahead for. James, many thanks for joining us again today.
Great. Thanks, Dan. Thanks for having me.
Thank you.